Hey there, folks. I'm Mark from Spectrum Pulse, and today we have from Jorja Smith, Falling or Flying. It's been 5 years since I've covered Jorja Smith in some way. Well, okay, really 5 years since I've thought about Jorja Smith at all. Part of this is the fact that I only found Lost and Found decent instead of great. Part of this was a comparison to Rihanna that Jorja Smith couldn't quite shake in that era with music that didn't quite have the unique character to overcome it. Part of it is the fact that this is her first album in 5 years outside of an EP in 2021. But alright, digging into this, well, it's once again frustrating. It's the sort of project that I mostly like, but just don't find all that special, especially in a year of R&B where you can tell that acts like Janelle Monáe, Amare, and especially SZA have tread this ground better. All the alternative R&B indebted to the 2000s, and even dabbling in pop rock on Go Go Go. This album, it reminds me a lot of SOS in particular, although I do think Jorja Smith executes it pretty well. So while I appreciate that she's expanding her production palette into more clattering, tropical, Afrobeat, even garage and house-inspired percussion with a lot more organic bass lines and guitars, the mixing is a lot sharper, the grooves are a lot more up-tempo, so even if the album definitely starts feeling its length on the slower back half, it doesn't quite drag. The templates of her sound can feel very obvious, even if I think there's a decent amount of refinement here. I also think some of this is a factor of Jorja Smith's delivery and diction. Her singing can sound mostly passionate, but there's always something that's felt guarded and kind of reserved about her delivery. Well composed, but lacking a certain warmth to really pull me in. And while the tension that comes with embracing vulnerability and getting a partner to do the same, it is an underlying lyrical theme to a lot of this project, so I get why she's singing like this. I'm not always gripped when Jorja Smith says on the one hand she's an open book, while throughout the album she makes it clear that you'll never figure it out and prefers to leave a lot of people guessing. Maybe it's a factor of the delivery, maybe it's how a lot of these lyrics feel kind of oblique and lacking greater detail to paint the scene, but I'm just not as compelled by all the implied mystery and angst behind the deflection, even if fragments like Try to Fit In and Backwards attempt to add a little bit more context. Now look, there are exceptions. I love the sandy balance against the smoky electric guitars on the title track, and it's got a great hook. Greatest Gift with Lila is a soulful love song with a terrific groove and great backing vocals, makes up for J Hus completely missing the energy on Feelings. Then there's the playful garage cut of Little Things, and look, I don't know, there are moments that I'm intrigued by on this album, but never as much as I would want to be. It's not a bad listen, it's got moments, but this album had me neither falling nor flying. That might be a problem. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. If you'd like to see more reviews, please be sure to like, share, drop some comments, and subscribe, especially Jorja Smith fans who are deeper in R&B. Like, I know that I'm a little bit more negative on this than I want to be. Again, I wanted to like this album, but it's just not hitting me as strongly. Maybe she's not for me. That happens. Beyond that, though, if you guys want to get projects on my schedule, link to my Patreon's right over there. And as always, I'm Mark. You're watching Spectrum Pulse, and I'll see you next time.